it's Mermaid Minnow, and for today's video, we're gonna talk about hair care maintenance. So I've had quite a few of you comment on my hair, and yes, it is very long, so thank you, I really do appreciate it. But I'm one of the few Mers out there, I'm not the only one, who has really long natural hair. So I wanted to take some time to talk about my personal hair care routine and how I try to keep my hair continually healthy. So, a couple of things to go over real quick. I am not a professional, I'm not a hairstylist, and so I do not have that knowledge. So I'm not here saying that I am going to change your life completely and what I do is gonna work for you. No, no, no. So if you are looking for some tips on how to keep your hair really healthy and how to grow it long after being a mermaid who's exposed to a lot of chlorine, I highly recommend you go to a hairstylist. The other thing is that I'm gonna go ahead and down below in the description, I'll link a couple different videos from some other mermaids who talk about how they care for their hair and different types of hair. I know Nerdman Faith, she does one about colored hair, and I know Raina Mermaid also did one about hair care. A lot of the stuff I'm about to talk about today is very similar to what Raina does because I took some inspiration from her as well while talking to my stylist. So we'll go ahead, we'll get started and we'll let you know what I do. So, I want to do, for this video, I want to talk about a couple of things. So I want to talk about my daily hair routine, I'll talk about what I do after the pool, and then I also want to talk about just managing long hair in a pool. So starting off with my daily hair routine. So I guess you could say bi-daily because I don't actually do it daily. So for my routine, a typical day when I wash my hair. So I wash my hair every other day. I know that might be a lot to some people, but for me, I do have really greasy hair, and after the second day, I can't stand it. I used to do it every single day up until I think it was 2 years ago when I switched over, and that was a really hard process for me. Even though my hair was not that long at that time, I just couldn't stand the feeling of that dirt and grease in my hair. So I struggled a little bit to get to every other day, but now that's where we are. So every other day I wash my hair. So what it looks like is, for my shampoo and conditioner, I use the Redken Color Extend shampoo and conditioner. So you won't see it really now. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but the ends of my hair do still have some residual dye in them. You can see it's a little bit lighter. So when I originally went to my stylist, the last time I went, I was recommended this specific shampoo, especially because I had red hair, which I'll actually pop a really pretty picture of my hair here. So I really liked it, but with time it faded. I didn't have the chance to go back in. So I still use the Color Extend, especially because I shop for my hair care stuff at Ulta. It's the most accessible for me, and this is the easiest of all the Redkens to find. I have tried switching over to some of the others, but it's never in stock. They either have the shampoo and no conditioner, or whatever it might be. It's not in big bottles, and so anyway. That's why I use specifically the Color Extends, but you can use any Redken. They're really, really, you know, good products, and a lot of hairstylists do recommend them. So I use this, and then, so I'll go ahead, shampoo my hair, and then I'll condition my hair. So for me, how I condition my hair is really important to me. I don't know, maybe other people do it this way, but this is how I've always done it. It might not be weird, but I don't condition my whole head. I only condition from my chin down to my ends, and when I'm conditioning, I'm stroking my conditioner through my hair. So I'm trying to get as many strands, not that high, but as many strands as possible with the conditioner, because I want to try and make sure it is, you know, distributed well. So that's kind of what I do. I'll let it sit in for a little bit and then I'll rinse it. Once I get out of the shower, I will use this Redken spray here, the 25 Benefits One United All-in-One Benefit Treatment. So I use this regardless if I'm gonna blow dry my hair or not. I use it every time my hair is wet. It really does help. It is a detangler as well, so it really does help kind of make it smoother for brushing your hair, and it makes my hair so soft. I really do love this stuff. So I use that every time. I do try to let my hair air dry. I don't use heat as much as I don't have to. Although I do live in and you can kind of see from my frizzy hair here, I do live in a really cold, dry climate. So there are times that it is unavoidable, I do need to dry my hair to be able to go outside, otherwise my hair freezes. So for my own comfort, sometimes I do have to dry my hair, but I do try, if I'm not going into work in the morning, to just let it air dry. So that's a typical hair day. Nothing exciting, pretty regular. I don't take a lot of maintenance with my hair. In fact, because it's so friggin' long, I don't actually leave it down most days. It's always almost down in my videos because that's just kind of easier for me. But normally in a typical day, it's either two styles. I'll have a braid, or I will also put it in a low bun. So I will wrap it up kind of like a ballerina bun. You can see I'm twisting my hair. I just lost it, but twisting my hair, and then just put a loose hair tie in it, and it does stay quite well. And it's quite a lot of hair up in that bun, so it's not done well right now, but that's kind of how my hairstyles are because my hair is so long. I only brush my hair once in the morning, and that's kind of it. So I don't really do a lot of maintenance with it outside of that. On a pool day, what I do is if I have the ability to shower at the pool, I will shower as soon as I'm done swimming. But that is not always an option, especially now with the state of the world. A lot of locker rooms don't have showers open. So what I will do is I will go ahead and get out of the pool. I always pack 2 towels with me. There's my towel that I dry off with and my hair towel. So my towel I dry off with is going to have chlorine water on it, which is really important why I use a separate towel. So I will go into the locker room, I will use the coldest water I can stand, rinse my hair, rinse my body, dry myself off, and have a specific towel that has not touched any other area of my body to dry my hair. I'll rub it, and then I'll take it and roll it up into a towel on my head. Then I let that kind of just sit there. I don't brush it. I don't do anything until I get home. And then what I use is what was recommended to me is the Paul Mitchell Shampoo 3. Specifically, it does have clarifying. It says on here it removes chlorine. So I do use this. I do have to use it 1 or 2 times. I don't think I've used it 3 times before, but I do use it 1 or 2 times to kind of make sure it really does lather up. The other thing too is some days, depending on how bad the chlorine content in the pool is, I will use it 2 days in a row. So instead of just waiting every other day to shower, I will mess up my schedule and shower 2 days. Well, I shower every day, but wash my hair 2 days. So that way I can really try and get as much chlorine out as possible, because people who swim a lot would know that chlorine is really damaging to the hair. And honestly, I have never had an issue with dead ends or splitting in the past. I've grown my hair for ages and never cut it. And ever since I became a mermaid, I have really struggled with that. I didn't do the best maintenance with my hair originally, and so my ends are quite dead. So I do need to go in and trim them, but we'll get to that. And then what I use for conditioner is I will use the Redken Extreme Mega Mask. So I go ahead, I lay it on thick, make sure everything's good to go, and then what I will do is I will do another nice little bun kind of thing, just a loose twist in this case, and I will take a claw and put that in the back of my head so I can finish out my shower. So it does recommend, I believe it says have it in for 3 to 5 minutes. So I do try to keep it, like I'll finish washing my face and other things like that. So that way it does have a chance to kind of soak and lather it in. So that's sort of how my hair is, and that happens there. I do also use this mask once a week, and so usually I try to do it on a Saturday or a Sunday, but not every week works out that way when you wash your hair every other day. So even if I haven't swam that week, I will try to get 1 hair mask in a week, because it really does leave my hair feeling really soft. It leaves my ends feeling a lot healthier than they have been, so it is helpful. So that's specifically what I use for my hair care treatment. I am not a high maintenance hair person. I don't style my hair. I really keep it simple. And so that's what works best for me. The other thing I do want to say in tips for keeping long and maintaining long hair is making sure to get trims regularly. I'm somebody who hates cutting my hair, okay? I do not like cutting my hair. I have an emotional attachment to my hair, and it's really, really shiny and healthy, and I just don't like, everyone always tells me, oh, your hair's so beautiful, you shouldn't cut it, and I don't like cutting it. But it is really important to, cut off the dead ends, especially if they're splitting like mine is right now, because it is important to keep your hair healthy and not, give it a chance to kind of grow. They do say, they meaning the internet, ask a stylist. Stylists in the comments down below, tell me if this is true, but they do say that, you know, regular trims can really help with hair growth as well. So something to keep in mind, but I do try to trim up my ends, although it's been a couple years because of things that are going on. My annual trim hasn't happened in, I think, yeah, it's last year. Yeah, would have been when I was supposed to do it. So, you know, things happen. But yes, so that is a typical hair care thing. So how do I manage my long hair in the water? So anyone who's ever used a long wig or anything like that knows long hair does whatever it wants to do. I can't tell you how many times my hair will wrap around my neck, my arms. It's just all over the place. You know, especially as I am going down. So the thing about hair, if you're in the water, hair is very like flowy. One thing that I'll do if I'm not wearing goggles, if I'm wearing goggles, it keeps my hair down actually pretty well and it doesn't tend to bother me too much. But if I'm not wearing goggles, which happens, I will make sure that I am always going forward. If I go backwards, so if I move my head backwards at any point, all of that hair is going to be up in my face and it's horrendous. So try to always go forward. So even if I'm turning around, I'm going forward and turning to keep the hair out of my face. Another thing I do is just the reality of the situation is my hair is going to be knotted by the end of it. It's going to be all over the place. But I just really try to keep that forward momentum. When I come up out of the water, my face is always looking up so that way it's not in my face. I've taken a couple of underwater modeling classes and they always recommend if things are getting a little bit crazy to just kind of slowly, gently push your face forward and your hair will follow. So that's kind of how I manage it in the water. I really don't do too much to it. Some people I know do use wigs and they will keep their hair protected in that way. I do use, actually I have in the past used a pre-swim sort of like conditioner that I've put throughout my hair to try and help. I didn't notice necessarily a difference when I used it and didn't use it, so I don't know if that really helps. But, you know, really the key is making sure that you're getting your hair rinsed and washed as soon as you can so that the chlorine is getting out of your hair. And that's the best way to keep it healthy. So there really isn't much more to say than that. I don't do a lot to my hair. It kind of does whatever it wants to do. That's all I really have to say about that. So if you did like this video or found it helpful, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel as well. We give tips, we do unboxings, we do swims, all that stuff. I do have a really fun vacation planned for you guys next week. Well, for me to share with you guys next week. So subscribe so you don't miss any of that exciting content coming your way. Links to my other social media are also down in the description, so if you want to check me out on Instagram or Facebook, even though there's still nothing on my Facebook, then go ahead and click those and follow me there too. If you've made it this far in the video, made it all the way through, go ahead and comment down below, what is your hair care like after swim? Like, what are some of the things that you like to do? If you have shorter hair, do you wear wigs or do you just keep your hair short and enjoy that in the water? Let me know. So I'll make like the ends of my hair right now and split. I'll swim with you guys all in the next video. Bye guys!